but finals was really like coming with the hands. Like she was squaring up with me. She was real ready to fight, and she was putting up a good one too. But we made it out and we won. We are bruised, but we did not fail. What's up, everybody? My name is Khristin. This is my channel, Kicking It with Chris, where I create content to appease those that are physical therapy students. Also, when I'm on breaks, I like to add in a little bit of natural hair and just, have a little bit of conversation. So that's the type of content that I like to bring to my channel. And I know it has been a hot minute, but fine, and that is important, okay? So we made it through, but yeah, that's really why I haven't posted, because it was just taking so much out of me. I just did not have any more left in me to like pick up the camera and film. I did do little clips and snippets and stuff, so I'll insert those within this video, but not enough to make a video, or even that would be worthy of making a video. So yeah. But today we're gonna have a little chit chat about my reflection of this semester. I have my little APTA book, little journal. But yeah, so that's what we're gonna get into today, is just reflecting on this semester, how things went for me, and in the midst of talking about that, what I would do differently next semester, or what I'm gonna definitely try to do differently next semester. Okay, so let's get into it. So I have 3 main tiers of things that I want to talk about. The first one being mental health, the second one being organization, and the third being social life. And anybody in a professional school, PT school specifically, is going to be like, social life? Who is she? I don't know who that is. And I understand, but we're going to talk about it because it needs to be talked about. So yeah. So the first thing, like I said, we're going to get into mental health, which is so big. I think that your mental health has to be strong, or you need to have a strong support system as you go through this. This was a lot, and I feel like it tested me and definitely my mental health a lot. I'm going to be very honest with you. My channel is about being transparent and honest and all of that stuff. I did have a panic attack, which is the first panic attack I've ever had in my life, but I had a panic attack this semester. I've never had that. I've never experienced that before. Luckily, it was only one time, but it was kind of like a wake-up call of like, okay, Khristin, you need to get more in tune with your body and realizing when you're stressed. Because for me, it's hard for me to know when I'm stressed. Like I can look at, everything that I have going on and know like this is a stressful situation, but I don't necessarily feel it. And so like there was just a lot that happened that day that took me over. And yeah, I had a panic attack, and I don't want anyone else to go through that, but in these programs, the amount of work that they put on you, and the amount of, you just want to do well, and you don't want to let things like imposter syndrome set in, so you're setting up yourself to reach these high goals and not make yourself fail, but then you're not staying in tune and listening to your body of like, hey, like we need a break. Because it just always feels like you're not even allowed to have a break when you're in these programs. That's how I think I was feeling. So I think that's kind of what took me over. So one thing that I would definitely emphasize is taking breaks. And more I became okay with just listening to my body. When she said that I need to not do work today, I didn't do it. Obviously you can't do that every single day, but when you know that you've put in a lot of time, there's a time that your body's like, I just want to rest. Listen to it. And I know like we can get into a point of feeling so bad. We can feel bad about not studying, but I got to a point where I didn't feel bad. Like if I knew that I was putting in work, then if there was a day where I was just really lazy, like I just allowed myself to be lazy. You know, you have to do that. And then of course you want to have some fun. And this kind of goes in hand with the social life one, and so I'll talk deeper about that in the social life section, but make sure to have some fun, because like I said, being in school all day, every day will suck the life out of you. It will. And you're going to burn out really quickly and really easily if you don't allow yourself to have just a little bit of fun. Like, you're not going to be able to have tons and tons of just fun as if it were the summertime, but you need to allow yourself those times to go out. Do check-ins with yourself. That was something that I didn't do, and even after that panic attack, I still didn't do. So that's something that I want to make sure I do next semester, is just doing check-ins with myself. And when I say check-ins, I want to like journal and just check in with Khristin and see, how is she doing? How is she feeling right now? Is she feeling overwhelmed? Is she feeling okay? Is she feeling like, how is she feeling? And like just rate it. Like, this was something that me and my dance org from undergrad, we would do, except we would do it as a group. We would check in on a scale of like 1 to 10. 10 means that you're that girl, like you are just feeling like that girl that day. And a 1 is just like you want to be underneath a rock and just die. That's the scale right there. And then, you know, just everything in between. So you rate yourself, and then you explain why you rate yourself that way. So then it's like you have to go into like, what are you feeling? So that's what I think I'm going to try to do next semester, is journaling, because before the school semester started, I was big on journaling. I was doing it like every day. I was doing devotionals. Like, I was very much in tune with my faith and things like that. Then PT school started and I completely fell off track with that. And so I think that was something that was helping me, and I want to make sure that I get back into that and doing that, so that I can stay sane. And that's another thing I want to bring up. If you are somebody that is very spiritual or religious, don't let this semester take you away from that. Continue to watch your sermons. Continue to listen to your gospel music. Those are the things that can bring you back into it. For me, I would watch sermons on Sundays, but like quick sermons. So I just want to get back into watching some of the other things that I felt like really fed me, which were like Pastor Mike Todd, Transformation Church, things like that. And I would always listen to gospel music, especially on a test day. Just listen to gospel music, and kind of just pray, and just, you know, make sure you're keeping up with things like that, because, you know, it's because of him that we are here in this place that we have, you know, been dreaming of being in. So there's that. And then just keeping up with self-care. So like I said, journaling. If you work out, that's a part of self-care. If working out keeps your stress level down, make sure to do that. I want to get into working out because I know I gained some weight. Like, all I do is study and eat and sleep. That is a recipe for gaining weight. So yeah, so I want to get back into that. But especially if working out keeps your stress levels down, make sure you make the time to work out. Like, you can do it. It is feasible. So you just have to be disciplined with it. So whatever keeps you sane, make sure to stay and stick with that, and don't let the stress of the semester knock you off of that. Now, the first semester is the hardest semester because you are just getting the feel of it. It's a lot coming at you. I don't know if other programs do this, but at least at Hampton, the first semester is the most credits that we take in all of our 3 years, which to us, we would always play like this is like the hazing process, which it kind of is. It's kind of just seeing who's going to be able to stick it through. One thing I will be very transparent with and honest about for anybody that is thinking of going to Hampton for PT school, which is something I wish that I had known, is they have a strict policy. So passing is like an 83. Passing the class is an 83. So if you don't pass, like let's say you get like an 82, 81 in the class, you technically didn't pass, so you're gonna get credits. So credits is, and you get 8 credits. They allow you to get 8 credits. So if you get like an 80 in the class, you got credits for that class. So for example, if a lot of people can struggle with anatomy. Anatomy is the heaviest credit class, which is 6 credits. So let's say you get an 80 in anatomy. Now that's 6 credits towards your 8 that you're allowed. So then that means you're only left with 2 more credits. So let's say you didn't do well in a class like kinesiology. Kinesiology is 4 credits. So let's say you got like a 81 in kinesiology. Now that's 4 credits. Now you're at 10 credits, which means now you're kicked out of the program. So that's another thing as to why, you know, at least for us, you need to keep up with your mental health, because something like that can really stress you out. It can really weigh down on you because you do not want to get those credits. You don't want to be kicked out in your first semester of PT school. So just keeping up with that, and I just want everybody to know, like, that's just what it is. It's doable. A lot of people have graduated from Hampton, so obviously you can make it through. You know, we made it through our first semester. Like, nobody in my class is out because of credits. We're all still here, you know, and that's not something that can be said for like other classes. We did lose one person at the beginning of the semester, but he chose to leave. I just want to be honest, like, but he chose to leave. So nobody based off of credits in our class has been kicked out. So just keeping it real, keeping it honest, okay? So there's that. Okay, so now we're gonna move on to organization. Now, this is something I could have done better in. Like, I don't feel like I was completely disorganized, but excuse me, typically when it comes to school, I use planners, and I know, like, I did a supply haul where I did have a planner, but I just don't think I was really feeling that planner. Like, I wasn't, like, no planner was speaking to me. I didn't really like it, so I didn't use a planner at all. And I feel like, you know, I made it through, but chaotically. I chaotically made it through. I think having a planner, I could have organized my time of studying a little bit better. Sometimes things take longer to study than, you know, you may have originally planned, but I could have had a better plan of action when it came to studying, especially preparing for finals. Like, the way we prepared for finals was probably not the best way. It just seemed like we were literally learning everything that we learned throughout the semester in like a week for each class. So yeah, I think had I had a planner, I would have been able to organize my time better, organize my days better of like how I'm gonna study, making to-do lists, all of that. So for next semester, I got myself a planner that I think I'm going to use. It's from Plum Paper Co. Plum Paper something. It's Plum Paper, whatever it's called. But like, here's the cover. Ooh, there we go. I got it custom made. It has this laminated piece to it, but I think that I will end up using this. I just like the look of it so much better. So we have like goals page and all that stuff, and of course like your typical monthly spread, if I can get to it. Okay, so yeah, like your typical monthly spread type of thing. And then this is what the weekly spreads look like. So then I also have a habit tracker, so I can track those things and just all of that. So I think that I will end up using this because I like how it looks. Got some motivation on the front with the Dr. KC because those are my initials. And yeah, and I just like, I like it. And I think this will definitely help me next semester. And also with another thing with organizational, this is where I do feel like I did okay in, was organizing my notes and organizing how I'm going to take notes, how, like, you know, all of that stuff. Which it can be very difficult to get your footing on how you're going to go about tackling and studying some of the information. So for me, and I guess I could make a separate video, because I feel like, yeah, I can make a separate video if you would like on how I took notes, which I left all of that in Virginia. I can talk about it. I can talk about it, but I don't have the physical like notebooks here with me in Maryland, because I'm back home for the holidays. But I can talk about it. So if you would like to see how I take notes, how I took notes this past semester, I will definitely let you know. So yeah. But I had, before I started going deep into my iPad, I had like notebooks. And so I think I was able to organize things. And now I have a binder for where I'm keeping all of my first semester notes and things like that. So when it comes time for me to study for anything later on, I know what those notes are, where those notes are, and I can like look back at them if I needed to reference anything from that time or from that class. So there's that. Okay, so now the last section is social life, which once you get into PT school, your classmates are your social life. I'm just gonna keep it a beam with you. They are. That's what happened here for me. And I love my classmates. I think your cohort definitely can make or break your experience in PT school. You know, I'm so blessed and so lucky to have such an amazing cohort. Like, I love everybody in my class. And of course there are people that you just grow closer to, but overall as a class, like, I say we are the absolute best. Love each and every one of them, and I'm so thankful for all of them. And a lot of them you have been able to see in my videos. So yeah, so there's 17 of us, and I love us. I just love us. So I think having a cohort, I think that's what for me made me realize I'm where I'm supposed to be, because I'm with people that I just genuinely enjoy being around. And when it comes to PT school, a lot of times we can get into the habit of just talking about school. So when you want to get into knowing your classmates, which I know for those people who may have been in PT school during the height of COVID, when everything was online, like, that definitely becomes harder. So I'm definitely happy that I got to meet my people in person, and so we got to build those connections that way. So eventually, like, we are pretty close, and you know, we talk more than just PT school. In the beginning it was kind of just PT school of how we kind of built our bonds, but now it's more than that, so that's good. But yeah, like, when it comes time to like go out, and when I talk about having fun, like, we would go out to either a bar, or we've gone to some clubs, we've done fun stuff. We went to the movies, we saw Spider-Man together, which is a top tier movie. Highly recommend you go see if you haven't seen it. Just gonna put that out there. What else have we done? They did Topgolf. I was someplace else. I think I was with my parents when they did Topgolf. But yeah, so we like to do like fun things like that, just to get out of school life, you know. And when we're with each other, we have a rule: we cannot talk about school. Like, and I think make that a rule with your friends. No school. When we were out having fun and we are separated from that place called school, we don't talk about her. She's not to be brought up. Okay? So you need those times to go and do that, because like I said, these programs can suck the life out of you, and you can get burnt out real easily. So you want to make sure to make some time to have fun. So like for me, and for all of us, like, Fridays were no study days when we were in class until 4. Then the schedule kind of switched, and then we got out at 12, so then we would allow a little bit of study time then. Before then, when we were in class until 4, you know, those were after we would just go home, not study, either chill, or we would do stuff together, but we were not studying on Fridays. Like, you have to set those boundaries with yourself and with school. So that is all that I have for you guys. You know, this semester tested me. I learned so much about myself this semester. I proved to myself that I belong here, you know, that I am here for a reason, and that I can make a good PT. So I'm just super excited to see how the rest of my time goes, but I'm just so glad to be done. And I want to put out more content. I want to put out a decent amount of content because once school gets back in, I do want to be consistent, but I also make no promises about being consistent. So I want to put out as much as I can now so that I can, you know, when I can, I will for the next and upcoming semesters. But yeah, so, but also let me know down in the comments if there's anything that you would like for me to make. Again, if you would like for me to like put up how I studied, like what my notes were looking like, things like that. I have examples of it in my iPad, which is basically what I was doing in notebooks, just in my iPad. So I can show all of that. And I do want to make another video about my grades, so I guess I could kind of combine those two grades and like how I was studying. Let's see. Yeah, just let me know if there's anything that you would like for me to do. Let me know down in the comments what content you would like to see for me, because I would like to give you guys what you want to see. So let me know. Real quick, before I exit out, if you have not already, make sure to give this video a thumbs up if you liked it. Again, make sure to comment down below if there's any content that you would like to see. And if you are not subscribed to my channel, make sure to subscribe to my channel. And now that is all, and I will talk to you guys later. Bye.